Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to Lian Bao, Iranian media outlets have reported that Iran has delivered its response to the United States' reload proposal for ending the war. The message was conveyed through Pakistan, though specific details of Iran's response were not disclosed at this time. It was highlighted that the current phase of negotiations is exclusively focused on achieving a cessation of hostilities within the region. Earlier, Iran's foreign ministry had indicated that Tehran was evaluating the U.S.'s 14-point peace plan and would articulate its position once its internal assessment was complete. Al Jazeera reports that the fragile ceasefire in the U.S.-Iranian war breaking Syria is facing increasing strain following recent drone attacks reported by several Gulf countries. Qatar announced on Sunday that a drone struck a cargo ship in its waters, causing a fire, while Kuwait and the United Arab Emirates stated they repelled drone attacks. Although no casualties were reported, these incidents heighten regional tensions. The U.S. claims the truce is still active, but a naval standoff persists in the Gulf, with Iran restricting traffic through the Strait of Hormuz and the United States enforcing a blockade on Iranian ports. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, has warned of a heavy assault on U.S. bases or enemy ships if its vessels are attacked. Diplomatic efforts continue, with Qatar mediating a 14-point proposal from Washington. But key sticking points like frozen Iranian assets and war reparations remain unresolved. The South Korean Ministry of Foreign Affairs announced on May 10th that an explosion and fire on a South Korean cargo ship, which was anchored in the Strait of Hormuz, were caused by two flying objects attacking the vessel's stern. The ministry did not disclose whether Iran was responsible for the attack or provide specific details about the type of flying objects. The South Korean government had towed the ship to Dubai port to conduct an on-site investigation. The incident, involving a Panama-flagged cargo ship operated by a South Korean company, occurred on May 4. All 24 crew members on board were unharmed. While U.S. President Trump had claimed Iran was behind the attack, the Iranian embassy in South Korea had issued a statement denying the Iranian military's involvement. NHK reports that the situation in the Strait of Hormuz remains unstable as negotiations between the United States and Iran show no apparent progress. Iran's military has reiterated its control over the strategic waterway, warning that any nations backing U.S. sanctions against Iran could face problems when their ships transit the strait. Meanwhile, the U.S. Central Command confirmed its naval blockade on Iranian ports is still fully enforced, stating its forces have redirected 58 commercial vessels and disabled 4. Adding to the tension, British maritime authorities received a report that a bulk carrier was struck by a projectile in the Persian Gulf off Qatar's capital, Doha. Though a small fire was extinguished and no injuries occurred. U.S. President Donald Trump had anticipated Iran's response to a U.S. proposal to end hostilities by Friday night, but Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson Esmail Baghai firmly stated that Iran is not concerned with deadlines or ultimatums. According to GJ Press, Japan is set to deliberate whether to formally designate China as a threat within the upcoming revisions of its 3 pivotal security-related documents, which are expected to be completed by year-end. This consideration comes amidst significantly heightened tensions between the two Asian nations, particularly following Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi's parliamentary remarks last November concerning a potential Taiwan contingency. The current National Security Strategy, National Defense Strategy, and Defense Buildup Program were last updated in December 2022. Should Japan opt for stronger language in these revised documents, it is anticipated that bilateral relations could deteriorate even further. Within Japan's ruling political camp, there is a clear division. with some advocating for a firm stance against China, while others counsel a more cautious and restrained approach, mindful of the broader implications for Japan-China relations. Notably, prior to the 2022 revision, the Liberal Democratic Party had already proposed explicitly categorizing China's military actions as a serious security threat. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.